various problems in our lives, but facing those problems alone may be very difficult. It's not good. Visiting the sick friend is like light shining in the darkness. It is our duty to visit the elderly members that are ill, and neighbors who are in the difficulty and in need of comfort and prayer. Yeah, maybe visiting orphanages. One of the members suggested that we should reuse the flower arrangements at church and take them to the hospital rooms after the Sunday service. We will take a small bunch of flowers to the rooms that have patients who can barely afford to stay in the hospitals and encourage them with the flowers and with our prayers. We have also reported to Jenny's Flower Mission that the social service department suggested and have made a beautiful baskets with Bible verses to take during our visitations. Second, aid followed by natural disaster. So far, we have gathered together and helped whenever a natural disaster took place. No matter who the victims of the earthquakes, volcano explosions, floods, and shortage of water may be. But helping the poor. There are many things that we don't wear or we don't use in our families. When we give those things to the people that need them, wouldn't it become a great gift? We prepare the bazaar so that people could sell the items they don't need to the people that need them at a very cheap price. First, free medical service. We have continued its free medical service. There are many small villages that are quite far from the city, but it isn't easy for them to go to the hospital and receive treatment whenever they are ill. Another reason why it is not easy for them to go to the hospital is because of financial difficulties. So they just live by suppressing the pain. Sooner or later, their illness tends to become a bigger issue. And then, when they visit the hospital, it leads to a bigger financial burden. We have brought doctors to those small villages so that the people could easily go see the doctor free of charge. Such ministry has become a great encouragement and comfort for them. We have constantly received requests for free medical service in many other villages as well. The doctors are usually volunteers, and sometimes the village pays a portion for the medicine, with nutrition for babies and helping for young mothers and income. The branch in Amaro is very small and is located in a poor surrounding. The city is densely populated and struggling with prostitution because it is near from a vacation spot. But the serious problem is that teenagers tend to become the victims to prostitution. They easily fall into temptation due to smartphones and the social media. Also, girls tend to get married between the ages of 13 to 20, hence leading to more financial difficulties. Families tend to live in poor surroundings, especially as young mothers, and tend to raise the children with a little support from their husbands. They also lack in knowledge of how to raise the family of their own and how to feed their children with the proper nutrients. They have carried out ministries in educating the young mothers and providing food and necessities for the babies. They are also trying to provide opportunities for the young mothers to work and making a living. Recently, I have received reports from the social service departments in Korea and Finland. I am grateful after hearing the wonderful things that they have been doing, such as managing the center for those that are recovering from substance abuse and taking care of those with intellectual disabilities and providing financial support as well. Such ministries have become a witness to what this department stands for. And I believe that each nation has diligently carried out their ministry in the way that is fitting to their nation's distinct needs and characteristics. It is a privilege to know the needs of our neighbors and to take care of the weak and the ill and to comfort and to share the love of Jesus Christ with them. These are all things that we do with our Lord. May God's joy, love, and thanksgiving constantly overflow in your lives and in your ministries. Thank you.
I'm so happy to give a report this afternoon. Asian Field Worker thanks God for his wonderful blessing during the 2013 to 2016. As a nation field worker, I aim to facilitate and mobilize Asian Christian women to get acquainted with the temperance movement, to start a new national union, or to join as new members of already existing unions in their countries. As the WWCTU does, I pursue to protect women and children at home and work with education, publicity, and networking. I try to help Asian Christian women to work against any inhuman practices, such as the use of alcohol, tobacco, and other drugs and human trafficking. Cyber education on no smoking and no drinking, for which I contributed contents and lectures on the FAS, has trained 5,138 teachers and 50 white ribbon sisters, some in New Zealand and during 2012 to 2016. All the registered ones who have completed the lecture series of cyber education, diploma has been given to confirm that they are qualified to carry out lectures on no smoking and no drinking. This education guide is first of all for the teachers of elementary schools, middle schools, and high schools. By completing the 30 lectures, they are equipped to lead their students to learn the harm of alcohol, nicotine, to abstain from them. The cyber education focused on the 3 points. First, the analysis of the characteristics of the student. Second, the effective method of deliverance of contents. Third, the 30-hour lectures subject to be well balanced. Teachers come from the leading scholars, competent teachers, well versed in research and teaching methods on the harm of alcohol and nicotine. The four kinds of multimedia used in the lectures of cyber education. First, interviewing videos. Second, news videos. Third, promotion videos. First, videos of application examples at schools. The method for teachers to register and hear the cyber education is very easy, being also supported financially by the Education Department of the Korean government. Diploma awarded to those who have successfully completed the 30 lecture series of cyber education on no smoking and no drinking 2015. Now, I participate in the renewal work for the cyber education to update the content with new lecture series. I proposed to make a shorter version in English so that people may use it in Asia. I think evangelism and discipling are most important things Jesus commanded us as a white member. There are so many Asian students in Korea, and I am privileged to give a lecture on the FAS to them as many times as possible. I taught 12 Vietnam female college students on the FAS during their visit to Korea who stayed at KWCT Hall. I gave a lecture on the FAS to the second generation Koreans, citizens in New Zealand who visited Korea and held winter camp at KWCT Hall. They were eager to hear on the FAS and on the harm of nicotine. I mentored Yonsei University students during Green Carpet on no smoking and no drinking and FAS. Annual FAS seminar was held by FAS Prevention Center of KWCTU from 2013 to 2015 at KWCTU Hall for students and professors from Asian countries and Korea, pastors and white ribbon sisters of Korea. I served as main speaker of FAS, while Dr. Won Ho Kim gives special lectures on the harm of alcohol with his excellent research on his relationship with diabetics. I have been in charge of publishing KWCTO pamphlets, this time being helped by Mrs. Ye-jin Kim, the promotion superintendent of KWCTU. My students who have graduated from the College of Nursing on the graduate student of Imam University are now teaching and serving all over the world as educators or as nurses. I am planning to mobilize them to participate in my Asian fieldwork to plant and organize a new union where they are, whether in Albania, Myanmar, or in China. The more new unions are formed in Asia, the greater need that there arises to train them to grow as good leaders of the new unions. It implies that the temperance education on the harm of alcohol, nicotine, and other kinds of drugs are necessary as much as on the history of purpose of WCTU. For Senegal in Africa, the language is French. What they need is temperance material in French. As the first step, a French version of temperance pamphlets is to be ready by the end of August 20. Mrs. Kim Yang-jin will be able to take them with her on her way to Senegal after the World Convention in Canada. Jesus is able to revive the temperance work in Asia. Ask, it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened to you. Matthew chapter 7 verse 7. Thank you for listening.
By grace of God, Korean Publicity would like to share joyful, brief presentation on her activities during the last 3 years in a video.